How about that? Good morning. And today we're out on the South Fork Trail, part of the Carolina Thread Trail system. Great organization, by the way. If you really want to donate money to something, I would give money to that one. Today the trail prediction is going to be 15. Now this trail isn't as bougie and doesn't have as many, not connected to Danielstown and doesn't have the little store where you can buy beer and things like that. So this is just a trail. So yeah, let's see what the day brings. See if I'm closer than I was yesterday. 140 versus my prediction of 25. It's crazy. This is the South Fork River. Tributary that goes into the Catawba River. Starts off as the Henry Fork and the Jacob Fork, and they combine in Hickory, North Carolina, to become the South Fork. I've kayaked this from Hardin Dam all the way down to Armstrong Ford Dam, two different sessions, and this I'm pretty sure is where I flipped the kayak and had to walk it over to that far shore that you're seeing right up over there. I have an uncle who's kayaked that river from the confluence between the Henry Fork and the Jacob Fork down to Hardin Dam, and I've kayaked it from Hardin Dam all the way down to Armstrong Ford Dam, just I think about a mile or two before it feeds out into the Catawba. So today's gratitude again is for a nice southern winter day. It was in the 30s this morning. It was in the 40s when I got out here, and it'll get up to the 60s today, get back down into the 30s tonight. I've done winters in very, 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 very cold places, and it's one of the nice things about the South. I have questions. So here are the rules on, well, only rule really, on the prediction game with the people is those people have to be under their own power. I walk it. Basically is to rule out children who are being either carried on somebody's back or in a stroller. Yesterday's number would have probably come out to be closer to 150 if I had counted children who were just along for the ride, as it were. There was one kid who was sort of in between, and that was because they were in the stroller, and as I was passing by, they jumped out of the stroller, but I didn't count her because she got right back in. So behind me here is the piers for the old railroad bridge for the Pinhook Railroad that ran through here. Pre-Civil War railroad, the Confederate Railroad during the Civil War. I think it was burnt down, taken down by the North side. Don't really know all that. I just know that it was part of a railroad bridge. Let's see here. I've been out on that little island out there. We took a little break when we were coming down, kayaking down to this portion of the river, right on that little island. Trying to figure out how we were going to ford through all that. It was a lot lower that day, so it was tougher to go through. We basically portaged our kayaks across that island and got off on the deeper end. So I am at the other end of the trail. This is the turn back, and I have seen 3 people. I may be off again. So today's little victory, I pulled my little green backpack out of the attic. Doesn't have anything in it right now. I'm just carrying it along for in case I want to take the jacket off and put it in it, instead of having to carry it on my shoulder like I did yesterday. A little victory for me because I have the Gray Osprey that I have just beaten the daylights out of. It's ready to be sent up country to play with this other little backpack fringe. So I got this one out of the attic. I've been putting it off and procrastinating. Well, I finally did it. So, little victory. All that noise you're hearing is I-85. This trail passes up under a bridge on I-85, going over the South Fork. And we got things painted up under here. And of course, there's graffiti over the nice paint that they put on. So, you can't have nice things. Rule number 2 on the counting people thing: can't count people twice. When you see the same people, they don't get counted the second time. And the third rule is they have to be on trail. You don't count people in parking lots or trailhead sitting around talking, getting out of their car, packing up, or unpacking their backpacks or anything like that. They actually have to be on trail. Well, the final number came out to be 3. And I saw all 3 of them twice. Nice little Diamondback trail.